So, guys, Diddy is going to be speaking at the sentencing. He's requested to address the court for the first time at a sentencing hearing after he was convicted. Now, when I was there, the lawyers never made him speak. Every time he wanted to say something, even last week, when everybody was sitting down after we had to rise for the judge, he also was like, thank you, Your Honor, like try to slip a comment in. So, him ready to address and speak to the judge and basically state his piece. I think that Judge Arun is more logical than emotional from the way that he's been moving over the past couple of weeks with his choices and how he speaks to the lawyers. Like last week when he was there, he was like, let's talk about the facts. Let's get, logistical about this. That's just the way that he was pragmatic. That's the way that he was dealing with these conversations and trying to problem and find the solution type of person. So if Diddy's going to speak, I think it's going to be useless. I think that him basically trying to beg the judge for certain things or be emotional, because even the lawyers talking about, oh, look at the daughters in the crowd, in the court, their mother's not here, don't rob their father of them too. It didn't work on anything. So I don't really see what Diddy can do if his daughters can't really do much for him anyways by being there and the presence of the family and the mother and etc. So I think that Diddy choosing to speak is going to be pointless. But if I'm able to get in the court to hear Diddy speak is going to be very interesting just to see what this man is going to say. Court is insane. They are queuing up as of last night, guys. So the queues are going to be much longer today. Press get priority as it is, so I definitely don't expect to be getting into the court or getting that priority, but I hope there is an overflow room so I can see exactly what the hell is going on, because it's going to be an absolute manic. Tomorrow I also expect the sentencing to be dragged out to Monday, which is what they're saying, and so if that is the case, then we have to roll on to Monday. But Diddy is going to be speaking at the sentencing. Whatever this man's going to say is going to fall on deaf ears. He's a performer. He knows exactly how to win a crowd, to be convincing, to be persuasive, but it won't get through to Judge Arun because that man is not emotional when it comes to this case. 110% he's not, and he's already scolded P. Diddy's lawyers multiple times. So I feel like when it comes to Diddy, that is going to happen, and whatever the hell he's going to say is not going to make any sense to me. It's not going to make any sense to me, guys. It's not going to make any sense to me. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Join Murad Nation, and let's get straight into the rest of this video, because we know that Nicki and Cardi have been beefing for the past 30-40 years at this point, but they went in on each other and they both basically went low, cussing out the children and etc. I have not been entertaining this story and I've not been speaking about it because I don't really give a damn, because these two are going to be beefing until they're both in old homes, or before even if they're in their damn graves, they're both still going to be beefing with each other, and I really just don't give a damn. But I do find it interesting when she does mention Jay-Z, so we're going to skip over the Cardi B stuff because I don't care. And she basically is upset, and she mentions Beyonce as well. She says Jay-Z got mad that I wouldn't give him a beat that I had already begun legal paperwork for. The song I did with The Weeknd on Queen. He said it's Beyonce's beat, and Hobson just laid down and let them take it, and then they sued me for remaking a similar beat. She then also addresses Ramir directly and says, "Dear Ramir, I'm sorry that Camel framed you by putting things in your car, allegedly. I'm sorry he wanted you to be in prison the way he wants all of his enemies. He's weak, ugly too, but I guess when you have money invested into the private prison system, well, I don't care. This is all alleged." So, Jay-Z was one of the main targets. Of course, her and Cardi were going back and forth, and Cardi was saying that she's constantly on substances, and basically Kenneth's taking all the money, and that she's saying that Nicki needs to go to therapy. She put out a long paragraph. They're both going in on each other. Cardi's like she's ready to fight, talking about how her son can't speak, apparently that he's unwell, but for me, it's interesting when she calls out Jay-Z. I don't know why, but I just find that to be interesting, because I don't think that many people actually do so. They don't actually call that man out, directly. So she's saying that Jay-Z was stealing beats, and that if Jay-Z has enemies, he wants them in prison. He has prison-related, benefits at this point, and relationships, and invest in them. And basically saying that Jay-Z tried to off Ramir by basically putting him in a certain, certain things in the car. She also then does mention Kathy White, and there is rumors that Kathy was expecting with Jay-Z, and that Jay-Z basically had her offed, and he kept mentioning it. She kept mentioning Kathy White. She also kept mentioning Aaliyah, and how certain people worked with Aaliyah on tours, basically told her to go to the Bahamas, and certain things were placed in that plane to take Aaliyah down, is what she's also insinuating. So to continuously press on Kathy White and Aaliyah when you're somebody at Nicki and how big you are, it's definitely interesting. Jay-Z doesn't want that. Outside of calling out Desiree Perez, she really is dragging Jay-Z, talking about take your lace front off. You're mentioning Ramir, Kathy White, and Aaliyah all in the same sentence, talking about how, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce were basically stealing beats from you and you're really pissed off. So pretty big stuff that she is accusing Jay-Z of. Of course, Jay-Z is going to be silent, not really say anything on it. But at the same time, you can clearly tell that she ain't holding back when it comes to that. Now, Ray J himself isn't holding back. He says he doesn't give a damn about the Kardashian lawsuit, that they can keep coming, and that he's sick and tired of accepting hush money, and that he can't do this anymore because he has a child to look after. He's got a son and a daughter. I feel like this man constantly is a victim, because if you had a son and a daughter to look after, and you're trying to be father of the year with your cape on, you wouldn't even be doing half the things that you're doing right now. If you had children to look after and you want to be father of the year, you wouldn't be sitting in Krishan's house on a stream. Like, you wouldn't be doing stuff like this. You would actually be an investor in whatever the hell you're trying to do, not embarrassing yourself on these TV shows and on Zeus and etc. So I don't understand why now you want to be the hero, but he does say that he can't accept hush money anymore, and that's what this man's been doing. This man's been accepting hush money, in my opinion, from multiple celebrities, basically being the good boy for them, being the messenger for them, doing the dirty work for them, and he's probably just sick and tired of it, and therefore he's sick and tired of the Kardashians and what's going on here. But the Kardashians are suing him for defamation, and I don't think that they would be doing that if this was all true. You can't sue somebody for defamation if what they've accused about you is true. I don't think that the Kardashians have a RICO case on them as of right now. I just don't think that's happening. I don't see it. I'd be gagged if it's true, but I don't. Ray J is double downing on this, saying that basically he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn. He's not running away. He's not running away from this conversation. Sue me all you want. I'm not taking this hush money. I'm tired of it. Is he accusing the Kardashians of hush money? Is that, I don't know what he's doing. Outside of that, guys, Dame Dash is having his assets been taken away from him physically. That man is still going pretty damn broke with his financial woes. He's had his assets been taken to auction. It's a big financial struggle for him, guys. A federal judge ruling the public auction of his assets came forward. According to All Hip Hop's grouchy Greg Watkins, the move comes despite Dash's recent Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing, for which he claimed to be $25 million in debt. Magistrate Judge Robert Leiberg handed out the ruling. Enforcement proceedings are not stayed as the defendant Poppyting LLC, public auction of Poppyting's films, and copyright actually may further proceed. A transfer of ownership. So, you know, all of this auction stuff is going on because this man is incredibly broke. I don't understand how this man has time to be on The Breakfast Club or anybody else or doing any other interview talking about XYZ when you've got your stuff being moved to auction because you're that broke, because you're going through that many financial woes, because you've declared bankruptcy. Whatever it is that's going on with you, you need to get your priorities straight. Like, a lot of these men don't have their priorities straight before they want to run their mouth on different TV, and I just don't understand why. Like, I don't get it. Do you understand? Like, at least be quiet when it comes to this stuff and have your money set up first before you want to send direct shots at people. I just feel like it's embarrassing. I don't know. I just feel like it's embarrassing. Let me know your thoughts, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do. It goes a long way. That's editing tomorrow, guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to find out. I just hope I get into that courtroom. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.